The title of the sculpture is "The Alphabet Does Not Need to Be in Order."
Talk about the inspiration for not just specifically this piece, but the design that you use.
So the lines that I use are more of a meditative practice for myself. I often create a line, kind of analyze it, maybe think about it for a second, and then move on. But each line is its own artwork, essentially, and then it becomes part of a larger whole. So a lot of my practice comes from these lines and how they grow and dictate the next line and how they dictate the whole piece, even though it's as simple as just one line after another.
About the materials and the technique you use to complete this project.
So this project was funded by the Allentown Association and fabricated by Hadley Exhibits, both in Buffalo. They constructed the A out of aluminum, and then I was chosen to be the one to create the artwork for it on each panel. So each panel is made out of aluminum, and then I used ink on the aluminum. I washed it down with a alcohol rub so that the ink would stick, and then it's coated with anti-graffiti coating and sealed and powder coated by Hadley.
What, if any, were some challenges you had from completing the project?
Just space in general. They delivered the A in pieces to my house because that's where I work out of my home studio, and it's a lot larger when you bring it to your own personal space. So when trying to maneuver it or work on all sides, I tend to spin my work a lot. I never work in one direction, so it was kind of hard to fit it into my space, and then it seemed way larger in my own space than it does outside. But and then just the materials in general. I'm used to working in clay or on paper, and the ink doesn't always translate to other media.
Do you have any feelings about why street art is important or public art is important?
The thing I love about public art is that it creates this little magical experience for people. You're not always expecting something when you come across some public art. So you walk around a corner and you see something beautiful or interesting or created by somebody, you kind of feel like you're part of the community and part of the environment, and you want to take pictures of it and you want to share it and you want to be somehow connected to it. Even if you don't love the thing that you're looking at, you're like, hey, that's something unique to our community and to Buffalo and to our space. And I think that's really important for people to take ownership of when it leaves your property and leaves your hands as a creator.
Your favorite thing, or is still your favorite thing about this project?
My favorite thing is that it is like a sculptural form, and I haven't really dabbled in that too much before. So making something much larger than I tend to work in, and something that's going to be permanent and people can walk around and interact with and sit on or touch is kind of fun, because it's not something that's normally part of my regular work.